want to introduce these young men to us so that people aren't wondering. Hi. Hi, everybody. Thank you. Thank you all that you are coming here to listen and to understand and to help us to understand what's happened in this terrible day. I will do my best to talk in English and explain what we had, and I'm very sorry if I will not get the word. She will help me.
I'll be here for that.
Because when I'm tired and why I'm so nervous, I cannot speak. I will do my best, I promise. So my name is Sabine Taasa, and I have 4 boys. Or Taasa, 17 years old, he was murdered. Zohar Taasa, this lovely boy, 15 years old. Koren Taasa, the 3rd boy, the hero of the story, 12 years old. And my little one, my baby, Shai Taasa, 8 years old. He cannot come to LA and USA because he need to continue the treatment of treatment medical, okay? So this is the reason that he's staying in Israel with my family and my mother and everyone around him. I live in Netiv Asara, 24 years old. I began my life in Netiv Asara when I was 17 years old with my best friend Neta Dafna. She's not here, but she will hear and see this speech. Netiv Asara is a little moshav. It's not a kibbutz, with a great community and great people that were living in Sinai and left Sinai after the peace agree with Egypt. So they retried to build their life in a place that called Cholot Zikim, front the beach, a beautiful view, beautiful place, weather, everything, and next to Gaza. How far? Half kilometers. We are a moshav that in the limit of Israel, okay? It's really important to say it. We are not mitnachlim,
We're not settlers.
sailors. It's not that I have a problem with them, I admire them, but we are not. We are citizen people that want to build our life and be able to have children and living the life like everyone. And this morning, I was sleeping. It was 6 o'clock in the morning. Zohar heard something and came to my room and said to me, "Mama, you need to wake up and go immediately to the safety room." I need to tell you that in this morning, my older son decided to go fish and surf in the beach, not far from the Moshav Netiv Asara, maybe 10 minutes by a car, okay? And I know from the day before that went to the sea, to the beach. So I understand that I need to go fast to the safety room with Zohar. But the first thing that I say to Zohar is go and close every door, window, everything in home. Why? I cannot explain. I felt something will happen. Zohar doing what I'm telling to do. At the same time, Gil, my husband, he was a fireman, security man all his life. A fireman in Israel, when they are working, it's 24/7, 24 hours by day, and they are not coming at home, only after one day. And Gil prepared me all his life for this day. If something will happen and he will not be able to be with me, So I will know what to do when we have a dangerous moment. You need to understand that Netiv Asara, all those days, 17, 18, 20 years, we are suffering from a bombs attack, a rocket, a climate attack, and איך אומרים? איכות הסביבה?
Environmental.
Attack. And we really try to live our life with how much facilities to get more better, and not to try to be the poor person that need helps and want to all the times cry to ask help. But no one see us, no one. Years after years, I'm trying to get the persons in the big Knesset and tell them, help us. We need help. We need something to be safe. We don't ask a palais. We don't ask money. We ask to have help with treatment, Hosen, and help with when something attack us, that we can be able to get out of the car and go somewhere for a few weeks, days, and then come back at home. We didn't receive help. So my husband understands that we need to be very clever and prepare us for this day. Gil was not only my husband and my love, he was my best friend. Gil and me, we were separate 1 year before the attack, because Gil had a lot of problem with tragedy and traumatism, things that he see like a fireman. Fireman in Israel, it's not only a fireman. He need to be the first one that it get to the person that killed himself or was burned or was. You understand what I mean? It's a difficult job. It's not a regular job. And I noticed that my husband is not the same, but I say to myself, okay, you are here and you're going to help him. But Gil decided that he don't want to live with me anymore. So I say to myself, okay, take a break. I will not give you divorce. I love you. Who can tell me what to do? No one. Really. He will tell me what to do, what felt after 24 years with 4 boys. He's joking. He's in the war, and I need to care 4 boys. You know what is it to have 4 boys? Believe me, it's not easy. But this is me. So I said to him, take a break. And he took. So in this morning, the 2 little boys, Koren and Shai, was with him. And
Where was he, Sabine? Where was he exactly?
Next, opposite to me, we had a יחידת דיור.
A unit?
Unit. Apartment. And he was there with the child. And we tried really not to be enemy. We had a good relationship between us, never yelled, never shot. No. We were there for the boys. This is what I ask, this is what I receive. So I understand that something happened, and the first thing that I'm doing is sending an SMS to Gil. Where are you? Go in. Come with the boys. No answer. I understand that something happened, but not realize the situation yet. So I knocked myself in the safety room, and I tried to call another time, and I cannot call. We had a cyber attack. Not electricity, not internet, not possible to call. And I said to myself, okay, I will try to call maybe O will answer me. And I succeed. I called O by the Wi-Fi, and he answered me. It was 6:39 minutes. And I said to him, oh, where are you? Please, oh, where are you? Mama, don't worry. I'm in the beach in Zakim. I'm here with my two best friends, Nadav and Tal Keren from Netiv Asara. And we are in the safety room. I said to myself, which safety room in the beach? What is telling about? We don't have safety room in the beach. This is another thing that was very bothered me, that we don't have in the beach safety rooms. If something happened, we cannot find a place to, catch or be able to save ourselves. And I said many years, give us an options to take care of us. Blah, 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 blah. Nothing's happened. And I said to him, oh, promise me one thing. I don't know where are you, but promise me that you will not leave this place. Stay where you are. Are you promise me, or? Mama, you know me. You know me that I'm not doing stupid things. You know me that I'm listening what are you saying. I promise you, Mama. I promise you, it's an attack, a horrible attack. I don't understand what's happened here, but I see bombs that I never see in my life. And I hear in his voice how my son is afraid. And I cannot help him. You understand that? Or I trust in you. And I finish the conversation. The second thing I'm doing after all is send the Gil a message. And when I'm telling Gil to do something, he must to do it. Go to the beach and bring all at home now. If I said this to Gil, he will do this. My husband was an hero. My husband was not only a fireman, he was a security man that grew in Netiv Asara and knows all the bushes, trees, woods, everything to get in the dangerous place and go back at home. This is what Gil was. Go to bring her all at home. Answer me now. After 10 minutes, no answer. Nothing. I tried to call him again. I don't have a connection. Few minutes later, I hear something from the door, from the entrance of my home. Someone knocked at the door like a thief. And I had a talk with my sons. When you are knocking at the door, you are knocking very quiet and polite. You are not entrance until someone say you yes. Understand? This is the education that I have. What can I say? So I understand that someone is knocking on my door, but it's not my sons. They cannot knock like this. And I say to myself, maybe it's Gil with my two boys. Maybe they need help. So I said to Zohar, listen well, I'm going to open the door. Promise me that you will stay in here and not moving. Are you clear? Are we clear? And he said to me, Mama, I'm afraid. Mama, I'm very afraid. I think that we have an attack outside. And I said to him, what are you talking about? I remember you that I didn't have a connection. I couldn't know what's happened outside. And I didn't finish my sentence, and I heard the shot of my husband. He had a Glock. And when he shot, I said to Zohar, it's Abba. Abba responds, something happened outside. I must open the door. I'm going to open the door. And when I opened gentle the door, when I saw two men, one very ugly, without hair, looking like a homeless. And the other one was a model, top model, with a scarf around his hair by Arabic sentence something, green color. But he had normal clothes, not uniforms. And I say to myself, oh my God, he noticed me. And he came to me. In one hand, he had a ounce. The other hand, he had a grenade. He took his arms in front of me and said, Allahu Akbar Mot al Yehud, in Iranic accent. You understand? How can I recognize an Iranic accent? So I will tell you. I've worked with diamond people here from LA many years. I had business with Mr. Azizi, Mr. Yerushalmi, Mr. Rafaeli. There was Jewish from Iran that came to LA after the war. And they had business here. They were diamond business. And when I had a conversation with them, we spoke Hebrew, English, everything had this special accent. You cannot forgive it. And I understand that the person, the terrorist that is in front of me, is not a real terrorist from Gaza. He's from Iran. So what I did, I closed the door in front of him. Why? I don't know. I don't know. I knocked the door right on his face. He wasn't shocked. He didn't shoot. But I have few seconds to run back to the safety room to Zohar. And what he did, he threw me a grenade at home. And nothing's happened. I didn't hear the explosion and understand that something happened because I ran so fast and knocked myself at the safety room and said, Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Elohim ta'azor li. God, help me. Help me, please, help me. The reason that nothing's happened to my home is because my husband decided to build the home with a lot of beton.
Cement.
It's very expensive in Israel to build a home with cement. Very expensive. But if Gil decided, it's gonna be. This is saved my life, our life.
Because the grenade exploded in the cement safety.
Nothing happened to the home. I will show you photos. Fellas, you will not believe. Nothing happens. And the Tehillim, the little Tehillim that my mother put in the entrance of the door, was clean. All the door was black. Everything, the Tehillim and the mezuzah, stay clean. I'm not a religion people, okay? Don't think that I'm a woman that came from the Kabbalah and everything. I love the religion Jewish, but I'm not a religion woman. But believe me, nothing happened to the Tehillim and the mezuzah. So when I go back to the safety room, I say to Zohar, Zohar, you need to be quiet. We have terrorists. Mama, what are we doing? Mama, we need to go out. Mama, I'm afraid. Mama, something will happen. Zohar, be quiet. And my child, don't stop to cry and to shaking. And I understand that I need to be focused and not afraid. I was doing my best automatically. So I decided at the same moment, before I did another call, to try to get up, to catch up the Wi-Fi connection. I put my phone up and I find another connection. At the same moment, I hear from the windows that the same terrorist is trying to open my windows. And they are shouting in Arabic, Parsit, Arabic, Hebrew, like animals, and they're trying to open my windows. And you hear the noise and you understand that it's gonna take a few minutes and they will go in and kill me and my son. And I hear from outside, my neighbor, my lovely neighbor and friend, friend, Eagle Vax. He was a citizen of USA. He got out to save me with a manchetta. I don't know if I'm saying it correct. Manchetta, big knife.
Machete.
To save me and my sons because he heard the grenade and all the nose. What they did, they killed him. They killed him. He had succeeded to run away few minutes from my house to the security men of the Moshav Netiv Asara. After 2 hours, he died. Why he dies? Because we didn't have help. Not ambulance, not the army, not someone who can help us. No one was there.
Sabine, do you have any idea where at this point you had contacted Gil, you had no idea where your other two boys are, and at this point you lost communication with all?
I lost communication and I hear all the fight from the safety room. I know that Gil fight with them, and when Igal was, murdered, I didn't understand yet that he was murdered. So I say to Zohar, we need to be quiet. How many minutes we were like this? I cannot answer you. I don't know. I didn't see the hours, the minutes. It was for me all the life. But then Koren decided to come to me. Someone knocking at the door again. But this time, I hear the voice of my child, my lovely child. Mama, open the door. Mama, open the door. It's me, Koren. Mama! At the same time, the terrorists try to open my windows, okay? Okay? You understand the situation? So I say to Zohar, I need to open the door. And Zohar said to me, Mama, but maybe the terrorists catch Koren. Maybe the terrorists with Koren and they will kill us. He was so aware about the situation that he said to me, Mama, don't open the door. Maybe they will kill us. And I said to him, Zohar, I must to open the door. It's Koren. If I will die with them. Promise me, if I will not go back to the safety room, you knock yourself again. Promise me. And he said to me, don't go, please stay with me, don't go. I went to the front door and I opened the door. I see my two boys, my two lovely boys, with lot of blood. Everything with blood. It was like a horror film. And I say to myself, oh my God. And I get them immediately to the house and close the door. The first thing that Koren said to me, okay, he don't want me to tell you, okay? So I take my boys, he sent me something very difficult to hear, but I take the boys to the room. What happened in the same time is that Koren was crying and Shai was quiet, very quiet. So I said to myself, Koren is more dangerous than Shai because he's crying. But no, Shai was dying. He had few minutes to survive and to get immediately the child to the hospital. Mm-hmm. So I took them back to the safety room, and now, אתה רוצה להגיד את מה שאמרת?
Can I say what you said? אני יכולה להגיד מה שאמרת?
כן.
He said that it wasn't that he wasn't afraid. Shai was more afraid than Koren was.
Yeah. Koren want to know, all the world knows that he wasn't afraid. But Koren had a dialogue with the terrorist after the few minutes that Gil understand that the situation is not simple as he wish. He was in the igloo outside, a igloo like a safety room, you know. he put the child there, and he saw the terrorists from the other side that coming from the other side with arms, a lot of arms, grenade, RPG, everything. Some of them was with uniform, some of them was with normal clothes, some of them with Palestine flag in the air. These criminal people, I will never forget their face, never. And Gil said to the boys, I put you inside, and he have a time to explain them the situation. You see here, we have ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. You see here, it's going to happen like this and like this. And he take control of the situation, and when he understand that they are approached to him, he decide to go back to his place, take the gun, and run again to the safety room. They saw him. Why they saw him? Because Gil was very, very tall, very strong and tall. So they noticed him. And when they get to my neighbor, Alfredo, and try to open the door, they hear the cry of Corinne. So Corinne saved Alfredo when he cried, and they decide to go back to Gil. And when they go back, they threw the grenade into the interest of the igloo. Okay. And Gil, I didn't see what's happened. This is what's happened. The Shabak told me with the DVR, the horrible films that all the world talking about. This is the story of my husband. Everyone talk about it. He tried with his gun, with his Glock, to move the grenade. He don't have a time. A grenade, when someone understand, we have maybe 6 seconds until it's explode. So he said to Cohen, he's saying before, he said to Cohen, don't be afraid. Everything's gonna be okay. And I don't afraid to die. Okay, and then Gil swore himself straight to the grenade and died. The terrorist immediately noticed after the smoke, the black smoke, and everything explodes, 2 children going out and crying with a lot of blood. What they are doing, they are taking my 2 boys and decide to have, I don't know what, maybe an after party with them, I don't know, and take them back to this house. They open the frigidaire, they begin to drink, to eat. The other one is try to get things from Gil, like his gadgets and his phone and a watch, clever watch, everything, laptop, Glock. And the other say to Cohen, you want to drink? He proposed him to drink, and Cohen decided to have a dialogue with him with Google Translate. 20 minutes he and Chai were with the 2 terrorists in the same place. And Cohen tried to tell them not to kill me.
We would love, קורן, we would love, if אתה רוצה, אתה יכול להגיד, אתה לא צריך לדבר במיקרופון. You don't have to talk to me.
You can talk. אתה רוצה לדבר? You can talk. They want to listen to your story. They want to hear how you did it. How he succeeded to convince them not to kill him and his little brother. At the same time, he took care of Shai. Shai was in bad situation. Shai lost his eyes. Until today, he cannot see in the left eye. We believe that someday we'll see again. But at the same moment, Shai was so so bad situation that the terrorist noticed that Koren taking care of Chai. So the terrorist said to himself, okay, I will take a blanket and put it in the child. And the Koren continued to take care of Shai. He's taking water, put the water in the places we have a lot of blood. Something happened there. We cannot explain what, but this child had something that made the two terrorists not to kill him and not to kill his brother and not to kidnap them. They decide after 20 minutes to leave the place. But before they say to Koren, you are not going from here, you are staying here. By the way, he tried to get the phone of Koren and said, do you have Facebook? He wanted to film what he did with Gil at live in his Facebook. He didn't succeed. You know why? Because he loved Dragon Ball anime character. And when the terrorists saw the character get up from the phone, he was scared and threw the phone. And then Koren decided that he's taking his brother, help him, right to my house. In the meantime, they came back. I opened the door like I explained. And when we were, all of us, with lot of blood and smell of death at the same room, I heard again the same terrorist trying to open the windows. And I say to myself, okay, I will die. I don't have time. I decide to take my phone and films what's happening in the room. I decide to catch my boys, Zohar, and we heard in the film all the bombs attacks at the same time. Seva Adom, Seva Adom, Seva Adom. You don't have the time to say, you have another bomb. Why? To confuse us. They were prepared to this day. I always said to everyone in my moshav and in the front of the big Knesset, help us. It's a time of question until something bad will happen to Netiv Asara and Hotef Aza. Wake up. Please help us. We are a good citizen. We are not citizen B. We want to live our life and be able to walk like everyone. We finish our education. I pay a lot of money for their education. I pay a lot of money for their treatment because my country couldn't help me with treatment. OCD, psychiatrist, everything.
At this point, I'm sorry I just want to, at this point, all the kids are with you?
All the kids are with me. And like I said, I film because I thought that they will kill me.
And at this point, did you know about Gil? You know about everything that was happening at this point? You were.
And I did to my sons, Jose Morakim.
You did a tourniquet.
Because I understand that they are losing a lot of blood. And something else that I knew, that when I was in the army, we learned all those things. It's if you have an object in your stomach or next the heart, you cannot take it off. Okay, it's something that I remember. So I didn't take off all the piece of grenade and bombs that they have in all their bodies. I tried to call help. The army, no one. Police station, no one. 911, nothing. No one answered me. So I decided to call the Kitat Konenut. Kitat Konenut, it's a few guys of the Moshav that prepare themselves for this day. They are living in the Moshav, they have arms, and they are get when you need to get to save the person that is dangerous. I succeed to have my friend Itai Levi. And I said to him, Itai, you must come here immediately. I have terrorists around my house. Did is not alive. Oh, don't answer me. And my boss are here, they are dying. I don't have a time. Please help me. Help me now. He said to me, don't worry, staying where you are. Are you serious? I'm staying here. And wait. Wait to what? What? Until we will get you. We cannot come to your area because you have a lot of terrorists next your house.
How long was it before they got to you?
I don't know.
Could have been hours at that point.
I think 1 hour, maybe more. I
You
really don't
managed.
remember.
You managed to save Shai, obviously.
And then I notice after 1 hour the child cannot breathe. He began to be blue and white and change colors. So I say to Itai, I call him again with the Wi-Fi. If you are not coming now, I'm getting out with my child. Come now to save me, I'm begging you.
Did that work?
They came. They came with a car that,
A safe car?
a safe car, and they took us from the house. I was with my pajama, without glasses, without shoes. I didn't have a time to change my clothes. And they took the boys, everyone, to the car. And then he said to me, let's go, Sabine. And I said to him, I need to change my clothes. We don't have a time. We don't have a time. Now you need to go to the car. And I said to Itai, just a moment, please. What I did, I ran away to my husband. And I saw my husband.
You saw what was...
He was
occurred.
dying in the front of the igloo with a lot of blood and many, many flies around him. And when I saw my husband, I was weak and fall. And I began to cry and screaming like a crazy woman. At the same time, I said to them, and they say, she's crazy, she don't listen, she's crazy, she don't do what we need to tell her to do, blah, blah, blah. And I say to them, take the DVR now. What is it, the DVR? To prove what's happened at the same moment. My husband will have all
Security
the
cameras.
security cameras in all around the house. Take the DVR, I'm begging you now. You need to take the DVR. And I fall again. They are taking me and put me in the car. At the same time, we see many bodies of terrorists, cars, and we understand that all the Moshav Netiv Asara outside is with a lot of terrorists that came with car from Gaza, from the wall, from the limit. I think that I was the first person that get to the hospital from all the Otef Aza. I was the first with my boys that came, and they put Shai immediately to the operation room and try to save his life. Almost 5-6 hours. And they did. They saved him. They saved my little boy. But they say to me, Sabine, he lost his eyes. But we are optimistic. He will be able to see one day. He will need more operations. Don't worry. At the same time, I trying to contact my son. Oh, no answer. I'm calling all my friends for the fireman station that working with my husband, a special commander of a fireman. This is what my husband did. And I said to them, go to Zikim, search. Oh, please, I'm begging you. My child, he don't answer me. Where is he?
How long
Sabine.
did it take you to find out about him?
48 hours. My son was murdered 10 minutes after or before Gil. at the same place, at the same moment, not the same place, the same situation. They killed my child and my husband 10 minutes from each other.
Sabine, this story is. I have no words to describe how this journey that you walked us through. And I don't mean to. I don't mean to cut it short in any way, shape, or form. But I do want to ask you a question. You're now a mother that is left with 3 children.
Mm-hmm.
And the future is the only. You told me yesterday that you're a hopeful woman, that you look to the future and you look to fight for them and take care of them.
Yes.
What do you see for your future with them?
Okay, good question, because I decided not to show the terrible films in Israel. I say to the Shabak and the Dover Tzahal, I want that all the world see the films, but not in Israel, because if my sons will see, I will not be able to prepare them for a good life. So what I think is to take those children to show how they survive and to prepare them for a good life. I say them and I say to myself, if Gil decide to die and left them with me, he knows that his boys will be in a good hands. And I'm telling you, I'm going back to Netiv Asara. I will need help because they destroyed my house and they destroyed all my life. But I will build myself in Netiv Asara. I'm going back at home. I will not be the woman that lost her child and husband and ran away. I will go back in my home, build myself again. My child, my boss will have a life in Netiv Asara. Because we need to show them that we are strong. We are not weakness. We are strong people. The Jewish people are the most clever people in the world. We don't need to apologize for this.
And yesterday when we spoke,